What is poppin' squad? It's your boy Jesimein, and I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, dude. I don't know why I haven't. I've kind of been like BSing on it, but anyways, we're gonna be talking about the dark zone and the division culture. For newer players, you guys are, if you stepped into the dark zone, you'll already know what I mean. Obviously, it's a way different experience than any other game, and it's not just because of the division. For some reason, it's just the type of people that this kind of platform allows, you know what I'm saying? And well, what am I talking about? Just saying, what are you talking about? I'm talking about people always associate the division community with being toxic, 100%, right? I mean, whenever you meet somebody who's played division, they're like, what's the first thing that you can say about the division community? And obviously, one of the main things people will say is, oh, it's toxic to people, this, whatever, right? And I think this badly reflects the game only because it's not necessarily the game's fault. It's the people who get an opportunity where we finally have freedom in the game, right? We have freedom to make our own decisions and not play on barriers that prohibit us to, you know, do whatever we want to do in an open world environment. And people just lose their minds with this. And I think my experience, I can say I have a very potent experience with this. When I stream, I get stream sniped galore. When I finally die by somebody, I get the emotes, I get the messages, I get the voice and all this stuff. And I think people are scared of this, right? So people who just come in, you newer players, and even returning players who haven't been in a while, they're like, man, I don't even like playing it because sometimes the people ruin my experience. And I think that is an issue. I think people need to stop taking this game so seriously to the point where, you know, you let yourself get upset. I've been a victim of this plenty of times. I've seen people do this. I've seen friends do it. I've seen other YouTubers. Everybody, you know, we have our breaking point. We're only human. And I think, you know, so much of stress from people, you know, just being toxic and being hateful, it gets to you. And one thing I've always strived on my channel is positivity. And within this game, I think I've done a really good job maintaining that against all measures, right? We're going against people who play all day and they're really good players. A lot of the toxic players are good. I'm not going to say all toxic players are bad and but you got to understand in this game, all right, this is a sequence, right? So let's say you're the good player, right? Let's say you think you're a really skilled player. You can destroy an entire server for hours, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours straight. I'm talking about checkpoint destroying, squad wipes, tactical, everything. You do everything you need to do to win. If you get killed one time in this game, they have a moment window where they're able to emote, say what they want to say. If you're in game chat, send you a message, call you trash, all these things that are gonna happen no matter what. So I think that cycle is why there's so many people who claim the community is toxic, because every experience, every time you die in the game, especially if you're rogue or if you're chasing a manhunt or whatever, that little window between them respawning and you getting that kill is all the toxicity that could possibly happen, right? You know, you're upset. You've been getting farmed for the past hour. You know, you finally got the just dude. You feel like justice is done. Finally killed the manhunt. You know, I'm gonna do a little trash talk. And some people take that trash talk too far, right? Some people consider it, you know, hateful speech or whatever. Some people, I don't know. Some people take a lot of simple things to heart. Some people go way above and beyond. And with any video game, obviously, with throwing out racial slurs and for no reason, like, and you have to realize, like, in the division, because you're fighting the same people most of the time, and I'm not just saying due to server numbers or anything. I'm saying, let's say the game had 1 million players. You're in one server with the set amount of players until they leave, right? Most of your fighting in the division day is between one, like if you get in good fights, you're in 1 to 2 servers max a day, right? You're not fighting a different group of people that have no animosity towards you, like a Call of Duty match, where as soon as you're done with that match, it puts you in a whole new lobby. You're playing against whole new people who haven't heard your voice, who don't know who you are and all this stuff. And I think because the division allows you to fight the same people for 5 to 6 hours if you keep playing, that changes the spectrum. You start building rivalries, right? You start building animosity towards certain players that said something that upset you, that irritated you, that got you to some certain place, right? They insulted you in some way. The smart people stay in party chat, and that's usually what I do, especially because people know who I am, and they will obviously, if they don't like me for whatever reason, for me making a build or something, they're gonna say whatever they have to say in that moment, and they're gonna go all out. And I rather not hear it, because I rather not get irritated. And a wise man once said nothing. So that's like my advice. Don't even entertain it, because it's not going to stop. You're basically scratching an itch that's never going to go away, because the trash talk's never going to stop in the division. It is a super competitive game, in the sense that people want to win. People don't want to die. People don't want to lose gun battles. People don't want to lose team fights. And if they do, it upsets them. And I think it's a trigger, because you're going against the same people. You're like, man, these dudes aren't as good as I'm supposed to be. They're utilizing the fact that we're manhunt, and they have like 10 people shooting against us, and then they don't flag up, and I can't do nothing, because if I flag up, I get hit with the server. And it's just this cycle, right? And it just irritates you. It causes people to go rogue out of spite. It causes people to go manhunt out of just rage, and it becomes a big mess. And I think, honestly, it's as crazy as this sounds, that's what makes the division so unique and so real, because you don't get the cookie cutter, oh, you know, this is how it's supposed to be, and be nice and all. You're not gonna get that. You get what the Dark Zone was originally designed for: nitty gritty, mean, unfair, very dark place. And I think because of that, that's what drives so many people to stay here. And you kind of have a melting pot of people who enjoy that type of gameplay, so they're going to utilize it as much as they're possible. You know what I'm saying? There is no report system necessarily for people trash talking. Obviously any hate speech that it's stupid, that's ignorance, that's a whole different level. I'm not talking about that. But trash talk is going to be in the division. It is like, it's like playing on a football field. It's like playing a pickup game of football with some strangers, and you know, when one dude gets cracked on the field and all of a sudden trash talk happens. That's what it's like, but for 5-6 hours at a time, in a game where you can literally abuse certain things, and abuse like the fact that you're not flagging up rogue, and you have extra teammates to go against that one annoying trash talker or whatever, you know, all kinds of things. Some people can decide not to help in gunfights, or some people can jump you, and all these different things that make the division as stressful as it is when it gets to a toxic moment. But I'm here to tell you guys, like, honestly, if you watch my videos, and if you truly a part of Squad, you realize that we don't entertain hate speech. We don't entertain true ignorance. We don't entertain people really taking personal level. None of that. That's not what you want to play. Everybody gets the video game to have fun and enjoy themselves. And I think if you're going around starting trash talk, if you're going around insulting people, trying to ruin people's streams, trying to ruin people's videos, putting out exposed videos, putting out content on social media, all these different things, that's extra, you know, that's childish. I strike it down here. It is not approved with Squad. But at the same time, you don't have to be a freaking, I don't know, like a 10-year-old with like somebody watching over you, scolding you for what you say. At the same time, don't be fake to the point where like you're like, oh, good game, guy, I love you. Like, you don't have to be super nice. You just don't make it extra. You know, trash talk is gonna be trash talk. I'm gonna trash talk. Every YouTuber is gonna trash talk. Every person is gonna trash talk if it gets to a moment. Everybody is trash talked at some point, because it's fun sometimes, man. Especially if you were an athlete. I mean, when I played basketball in high school, that's all we ever did, and that kind of transcribed over. As long as it doesn't get personal and doesn't get hateful, we're good, man. You don't have to be Mr. Polite all the time, especially not in the Dark Zone. You step in the Dark Zone, you're making a decision to handle this. And I think if you're not suited for that culture, you're going to have a harder time playing. As much as I'd rather have it less, if I had a choice, I would lower the whole trash talk scene, because it does get a little bit crazy. But at the same time, I don't want it too fake where it's a soft play. We might as well be playing Minecraft. We don't want that. So for the people, this is like my orientation for you, what to expect if you do plan on playing Division. And maybe it transcribes in Division 2. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. We don't know. We'll see. But more than likely, it will be gritty. And I think that's what makes the Division. And if it's too much for you, mute your game chat. And do not entertain messages. Do not respond. Don't even look at your screen if you get killed, because they will emote on you. Don't even take it seriously. Just enjoy yourself. Be blessed. Be positive, and just have fun with what the game is supposed to be for you. You feel me? Don't allow other people to ruin your experience, even if that is the culture. It is just the way the Division world is, specifically the Dark Zone, and that's pretty much how it's probably always going to be. Just do your best to overcome that. chill, breathe, and just have fun, man. So for those people who are brand new to Division, welcome to the culture. I wish you the best of luck out there. And the people who are returning, same thing. People who've been here, you already know what it is. So I love y'all, man. Positivity always on this channel. So if you need it, come here after a long day in the DZ, man. It's been real. I love y'all, man. You guys are all beautiful. Your boy is out.